of ICTU. We represent the trade union movement here in Cork. And we're here in solidarity with the Palestinian people. And to be quite honest, we shouldn't be here. Nobody should be here. Because the Palestinian people should be free. We shouldn't have to be here in support of anybody. Now, the trade union movement was born out of oppression, where downtrodden workers found themselves in an unequal conflict with their employers. And again, there is an unequal conflict here now. There is no way that the Palestinian people are equal to one of the most powerful armies in the world. And we say, the trade union movement will say loud and clear, stop this genocide. This genocide must stop. Now, Israel has a horrific track record of committing war crimes with impunity in previous wars on Gaza. This violence needs to be put in context. Almost 6 decades of hostile military rule over an entire civilian population are in themselves a form of violence and a recipe for more insecurity for all. The result of that will mean we'll be back here again sometime in the future, listening to the names of innocent children being called out because of a genocide. At a recent trade union delegation to the region, this delegation witnessed the accelerated growth of illegal settlements. And these illegal settlements are effectively stealing land from innocent Palestinian people who are facing prosecution and the denial of their human rights by an occupying power in breach of international law. The Israeli complete blockade of Gaza, no electricity, no food, no fuel, and humanitarian corridors closed is completely unacceptable to all decent human beings and must be condemned in the strongest possible manner. Ordinary innocent Gazans have nowhere to flee while suffering terror at the hands of one of the most powerful armies in the world. It is beyond doubt that hundreds of innocent people, now thousands, including the children whose names we have listened to, have been killed and will continue to be killed. The trade union movement condemns this action. My own union, SIP2, at our National Executive Council meeting last Thursday, voted unanimously to offer full support to the Ireland Palestinian Society's campaign and the numerous rallies taking place around the country today. I and my colleagues from the wider trade union movement are proud to stand with you today in solidarity as we call for an end to these appalling acts of violence and genocide against the Palestinian people. Now, I will say that regardless of all our political viewpoints and our allegiances, if we have any, and we do in the trade union movement, but we must at this point acknowledge that the Irish government has set itself apart from the European counterparts, thankfully, in demanding a balance to this discussion on the international stage. But surely, now is the time to take that extra step, and I call on our government now to enact the Occupied Territories Bill and the illegal Israeli settlement divestment bill. The trade union movement calls for nothing less. And we in the trade union movement must also now acknowledge the comments of our President, the President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, for representing the Irish people very well in his intervention in this debate in the last few days. We fully support and commend President Higgins for calling out Ursula von der Leyen in that solo run she undertook last week. She did not speak for the trade union movement, and she did not speak for the people of Ireland, and she did not speak for the people of Europe. Now, we in the trade union movement know from bitter experience that conflict can only be resolved through meaningful negotiation and discussion. We now call for a ceasefire to create the space for the process for resolution to begin. And to do that, we call for the end of Israeli genocide in Palestine. Thank you.